Hello, Transformers and Blokees fans. This is Speedball, and today for you guys, we are looking at Blokees renamed Classic Class 2 Champion Class Series TF1's own Megatron model kit. And I have to say, friends, this is a very cool model to check out because, of course, if you've seen TF1, well, there's a good number of reasons right there. But if not, the model itself is really cool. The detailing on these models for the TF1 line is really accurate, really cool. Color separation is awesome. No stickers needed. And, the playability is there all over. And so much you can do with these kits. And one feature to mention, of course, real quick, is just like I mentioned with the TF1 Optimus release, the stand pieces they are using with this line is identical to the Rise of the Beast versions because it is pretty much the same stands. The only difference here is that certain energy effects are just different colors. But in Megatron's case, you get these red pillar ones, which pretty much are perfect for the TF1 line because of the whole, Cybertronian Energon look. It just looks awesome. And so much options you can do with them as well, and so forth. But as for Megatron himself, he is a really nice kit to check out. As for like any issues you might ask, there's only like some minor issues to mention. For example, like the side skirts here, just like I mentioned with Optimus, they can pop off or get in the way when posing, but really, nothing terrible. Really, it's nothing horrible. And same with the shoulder armor on Megatron here. For some reason, I don't know if it's just mine, but sometimes they will pop out if I pose in certain ways. But other than that, it's really, nothing to be too worried about, honestly. But as for like articulation wise, well, let me show you. Full 360 here for the shoulder, and it's on its own ball joint inside as well, so you can definitely do just standard poses like this. And like you see here with the armor, you can move it out of the way to do more poses like this. And as for the elbow section here, full 360 with no problem. A full bend like that. Full ball jointed wrists there. For the waist, you can go pretty much full 360 with no major problems. For the head, it's on a ball joint, so you can, of course, move it any way you want, though I keep popping mine off, my bad. Full 360 minus bumping into some armor. As for the legs, as you can see here, you can go about that far, though the leg will sort of start turning outwards, as you can see. But you can still go about that far, and then as for the bend, about that far. And just like with the wrists and such, you got a full 360 motion here. There is some motion here, not a huge amount that way, but you can twist his ankle if you want. I don't know if anyone would, but I'm just saying if you wanted. And this armor here can move, of course, with no problem. And such like that. Other than that, that's pretty much... Ooh, there's the popping out, like I mentioned. Other than that, that's pretty much it for articulation-wise, my friends. Accessory-wise, you might be wondering, well, he comes with pretty much nothing, in a sense. He pretty much just comes with a second set of hands. As you can see, that's it, just some open hands, pretty much. And yeah, other than that, of course, but then again, it's Megatron, and he's a one-bot army because, of course, of his giant cannon. This freaking 3-barreled cannon here, which looks epically awesome. I do love it and such. Now, unfortunately, if you were wondering, does it come with a battle damage version like the movie? No, sorry, friends. There's no battle damage versions. That would have been awesome. Maybe a later release, but no battle damage versions. But I can show you a gimmick, however, they added to this Megatron. It is by just simply removing this chest armor here. You can actually see his cog piece right there, and with the LED features that the Champion class line has, and of course once I turn on the lights, you can see his chest section will glow red, like for certain reasons. I'm pretty sure we all know why. But as you can see, yes, that's a little fun feature Blokees added to this kit by just removing that armor piece. So yes, that is pretty much it. Now, of course, but one other thing I like to mention, though, that it's just my own personal thoughts, is that I like the way Blokees did the whole lineup between the Galaxy and the Champion class lines, because I feel like they were setting it up to be sort of an evolution setup, meaning like how we saw with Optimus, how we have Orion's Cogless and Optimus, and of course the Champion Optimus. It feels like the perfect evolution from the Cogless versions to their final versions, and I feel the same way with Megatron because, of course, for the Galaxy series, we have D16's cogged version, as you can see right here. Now, unfortunately, though, friends, at least to the date of this video and just currently wise, we do not have a cogless D16, which I really hope we will see soon enough to complete this setup here, because it would be perfect. I really think that would be the best way to set this up. I really do, because the champion class versions of the movie characters just fit the designs perfectly, and the Galaxy versions are perfect for their smaller variants. But that's just me, friends. Yeah, I could be wrong. Well, yes, if you were wondering really quickly, I decided, since I don't have any other Megatrons and Galaxy scale version, sorry, classic scale versions to champions outside of one other, but I figured what better version to compare them with than a very evil Prime, other than Nemesis Prime. So you guys can see the differences between the TF1 line and the Rise of the Beast scale line, and how much they've changed from them. And yeah, the TF1 line has definitely hit a growth spurt. I mean, the Megatron is so much bigger than Nemesis. And I mean, he would laugh at this. Megatron would. But it's just that perfect setup, I think. And it's just an interesting way how Blokees changed after, the Rise of the Beast series. So yes, that is it, my friends. So yes, I can definitely recommend TF1 Champion Class Megatron. I mean, if you're a TF1 fan and you're collecting the other ones anyway, yeah, I mean, you pretty much got to have Megatron here. I mean, you never know. Maybe we'll get other versions of him later on. I mean, I am sort of hoping, because I've seen it with a number of fans already, and, creatively seeing online. I wouldn't mind if we somehow got a TF1 style Megatron in shattered glass colors. We don't get enough of shattered glass Megatron, so I think that'd be awesome. I mean, what do you guys think? Shattered glass versions? Any thoughts? All right, then, my friends, that is it for today. I thank you for coming. I do hope you're enjoying your hobbies. And finally, of course, for all Decepticons, rise up, rise up. And I will see you all later.